Well, praise the Lord, saints and friends. This is Elder Adrian Heyman. I'm back at Kaiser. No, Sister Heyman's not in the hospital. I had to go do a blood test. But before I do that, I want to kind of comment on, boy, a lot of stuff has happened today. If you blink twice, you'll miss everything. But of course, the event on everybody's mind is the assassination or the murder, killing of Charlie Kirk. Now, Kirk was a conservative. He was a young conservative and was very instrumental in the drive to put Donald Trump into office again. But it doesn't really matter whether one is conservative, progressive, Democrat, Republican. The fact is this: somebody is dead, and there are a lot of implications of this that people just don't think about. What I want to caution everybody on, and I'm sure there's not going to be a saint of God that does this, is to go looking for revenge. I don't care what side of the political spectrum that you're in. Killing people, that does not resolve the issue. All it does is makes people more upset, and it leads to more killing. And I'm praying that at this particular time, cooler heads will prevail. But something caught my attention. Someone said that violence has no place in this country. And I know what they were trying to say, that they're sorry for what happened and we should be reasonable. But the problem is, and we have to be honest with ourselves, violence has not only taken a place in this country, it has pulled up the front seat, and it has a full view of what's taking place in this country. Because in many cases, we resolve our problems with violence. And it starts with the family unit. Child doesn't behave, let's beat him into shape. Let's throw him against the wall. Let's starve him from food. Let's break his arms if we don't break his neck. Wife doesn't obey, let's beat her till an inch of her life, until she begs and screams for her life. If a husband is a philanderer, well, I can't beat him up, so I'll poison him. And that doesn't say anything about people that are killing others because they don't like one's sexual orientation, they don't like what they believe, they don't like their race or their culture. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm sure what I'm saying right now is falling on deaf ears, because you are going to pretty much do what you're going to do. And I'm hoping that you don't. Hoping that you take 1 second at least before you pick up that knife, pick up that gun, pick up that pipe, pick up whatever you're going to do to hurt some, or even let your fist drop. Just for a moment. And think about the consequences. The person who killed Charlie Kirk probably thought he was doing a yeoman's job. That if no one was going to do, I'm going to shut this person up forever. Oh, you did it. But someone else is going to come up, and they may be even more draconian. And instead of looking for peace, we look for war. Now, 2 scriptures come to mind when I think about this. When Jesus was arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane, and the disciples were ready to fight for him, they're willing, at this point, willing to lay their life down. And Peter drew out his sword, maybe he wasn't really that accurate, but he cut off the ear of one of the palace guards or the temple guard's servant. And Jesus healed, while Jesus was healing and put the ear back on that particular person and healed him, he told Peter to put his sword back. This wasn't the time for it. It wasn't the place for it. If Jesus really wanted to be rescued, he said he would have called 12 legions of angels to do it. But this wasn't the time, it wasn't the place. And he needed to stand down. That was pretty admirable by someone that was about to die. We all know about Jesus and his journey to Calvary or Golgotha. But we have to remember that even though people perpetrated violence against him, he did not allow his disciples to go in kind. Because in many cases, if you strike at the leader, people are going to raise a mess. Guerrilla warfare now, and we're going to attack people. Happens all throughout history, but not in this case. The way the Christian church was grown was, a lot of it was through martyrdom without raising a finger to defend yourself. Then I started thinking about Revelation. Because I read about in the time that the Antichrist will be pursuing those who have accepted Christ during that time. He's going to be chasing after them, killing them, probably with the most horrific ways imaginable, because he wants them to be an example. But there's something that was said that those that try to defend themselves, that they that use the sword must be killed by the sword. In other words, all of your defense, and maybe you have guns and maybe you have bombs, but you're going to end up killing yourself. And the persecution is going to keep going. The idea is not that we defend ourselves, because if the Lord wants us to be defended, he will do the defending. But we're not to go tit for tat. We are not to, oh, you kill this someone, so I'm going to go kill so-and-so. So if anything, and again, maybe I'm speaking to the choir, I don't know. But something told me to say this, that instead of looking for who to bludgeon, who to beat up, who to hurt, who to stab, who to shoot, or who to blow up, or who to beat, we're looking for healing. The healing that only God can give. And with all of the people, we've seen these things that have happened. We've seen the couple in Minnesota that was gunned down, along with the other two that had been shot and severely wounded. We saw the one who was trying to take out our own president-elect. And there have been more than this. These are just the ones that are more out there. But many people are being killed as a way to resolve issues. I want to make it so that I'm right, so I'm going to kill you, so I don't care, no one's going to hear your voice. Yeah, but you're going to go to prison for life, if not executed. And then your voice is made to look like you're a Looney Tune. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want your gift to society, how to kill somebody? But we can't say that violence has no place in this country. Because I said before, violence has a front row seat. What I'm asking for is that someone try to sit in the back for a little bit. Take a chill pill. Listen to reason for a while. And then, and only then, will we as a country even hope to resolve many of the issues that are dividing us apart, that are keeping us far left, far right. Better yet, open up your heart to really what Jesus was trying to say. If you do that, maybe this country might not ever be where it should be, but you will. Take care. Love you much. And God bless you.